There are some of Joseph Smith's alleged plural wives who I'll probably have to spend multiple episodes on, because they told so many stories to try to make up for the lack of evidence they were ever married to Joseph. And then there's the lady who's the topic of today's video. Mrs. D.D. Johnson joined the church with her husband Lyman Sherman in 1832. Lyman died in 1839 after being called as an apostle, but before he could be ordained. D.D. was sealed to him posthumously in the Nauvoo Temple, went west with Brigham's followers, and died in Utah in 1854, apparently without ever remarrying. So where does Joseph Smith come into the picture? In 1903, D.D.'s brother Benjamin Johnson wrote, "The marriage of my eldest sister to the prophet was before my return to Nauvoo," which was July 1, 1842. "And it being tacitly admitted, I asked no questions." Let me remind you that tacitly meant in the 1800s and still means today that something is implied without words. Benjamin himself says that nobody told him that D.D. was married to Joseph, and he never asked. He just assumed. And implausibly, he couldn't even be bothered to inquire about the marital status of his own sister. That's it. That's all the evidence. D.D. apparently never wrote or said anything about it, and neither did anyone else. Not only is the evidence thinner than the air on Everest, Benjamin Johnson's account itself has problems with veracity. See my video on the myth of Fanny Adler for details. To summarize, the only evidence that D.D. Johnson was a plural wife of Joseph Smith is one man recalling, 50 years later, that he thought that someone implied they were married. He even admits that he didn't ask any questions. To put it another way, he didn't really know anything. Yet the experts and historians confidently add D.D. Johnson to their imaginary harem of Joseph's plural wives. You shouldn't believe them. But you shouldn't believe me either. You should examine the evidence and think for yourself. That's what I have done and am doing, and that's why I believe Joseph.